Okay, this is my gun. It's a Thompson Center Hawkin. I bought it probably at least 25 years ago. It was a kit. So I put it all together and finished it. I put this flip-up tang sight on it. I have a 32 caliber barrel that I wanted to use for squirrel hunting that I can just pop it right on here. But my eyes are getting so weak I just can't see the rear sight and the front sight, so I put this hooded sight. This is like the one I have on my 32 barrel. Well, I put it on my 50 so that I can use this tang sight to sight with. It's easier for these old tired eyes to look through a peep than it is to try to line up a rear sight up here. But I've never went to a turkey shoot and not won a turkey with this thing, and the most I think I've won is 3 at one turkey shoot. This is a super accurate gun. I just can't get over it. I cast all my own balls, so they do have a little spruce on the top there. When you load them, that goes up. So that's the first thing that comes out of the barrel. I make most of my own gear. This is my ball starter. It's just a chunk of antler. All this stuff is old and has been used a lot, so it's looking kind of rough. I shoot 60 grains of powder. There's the powder measure I made. There's my powder horn I made. I have a matching horn from the same steer for my 32. Here's my patch knife. That's one of those Green River knives you can get from Dixie Gunworks, and it's got a Coca-Cola handle on it. Man, it needs cleaned up. That's what I use for a patch knife. I made my own bag. Here's something neat. If you ever forget to put your powder in, I made this out of a deer antler. It's got a brass bottom on it and a brass cap there. This is the plug, and you can unscrew this. That makes a bigger hole for filling it. But that's got 4F powder in it. If you ever forget to load the powder in your gun, get to yakking at a shoot or something, forget to load the powder in, you take your nipple out, pour that 4F in through the nipple, put the nipple back in, put a cap on it, drive the ball back down onto that powder, and then shoot it straight into the ground so you know that it came out. Then you know your barrel's clear. That's my the box I take when I go to shoots. It's got all kinds of stuff in it. Let's see. It's got powder, some screwdrivers, a spotting scope, some cleaning stuff, some more patch under balls. Right in there. It's got my throwing knife. These are some big maxi balls. I harvested a deer with one of these a long time ago. It's considered a hollow point. And this is supposed to be the TC big game bullet. I cast those. Here's the 32s that I cast next to a 50. That's a little compass my grandpa gave me years and years ago. I got a straight razor if I wanted to make a patch knife out of that. Just some other doodads up in here that I have. I got another Ted Cash capper. These are the best, I think. Tin of caps. Okay, let's load up another round and back up to about 50 yards and see where it's hitting. The sun's making it hard for me to see what's going on here. I'm gonna see if I can line it up on the barrel there. Yep, there we are. First thing you do, get your powder measure out, fill it up with powder. You can tap your powder horn to get the powder to come out, but don't tap it on your measure, because that'll settle the powder in the measure and you'll get inconsistent loads. You don't want to do that. Then I take my patch material, which is just pillow ticking. See, there's a light side and a dark side. The dark side goes down. This is some special lube I make up, I'll show you how to do. Put it dark side down on the muzzle. Put your spruce up. The spruce is where it gets cut off in the bolt. Get your starter. Start it. Cut the patch off. Now the reason I do it that way, you can buy those pre-cut patches, but if you don't get it centered right on there and that patch wraps around the ball a little bit funny like that rather than right in the center, a guy told me one time it's like throwing a curve ball. That patch comes off of there and it spins that bullet as it comes off the bullet. So that's the way the old timer did it anyway, and that's why I shoot a muzzleloader. Then you use your, that's your short starter to get it in to cut your patch, and then this is the long starter to get it down in there where you can use this rod and it works a little better. Now I always ram it down there and then I throw my rod like that. And when I get a good bounce like that where it almost comes clear out, that bullet's seated. And I think I get that's an important part, is getting that bullet seated on the powder consistently. That's why I'm having trouble loading my, getting my 32 to shoot, is because I don't have a way of consistently seating that ball. I'll talk about that in another video. But this gun's ready to shoot other than a cap on it, so let's go back out there to 50 yards and see how it shoots.